Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're making a vision board. I'm really excited because I haven't made a vision board in so long. The last time I made one I think was 2017. I'll put a picture of it here. I definitely accomplished some things on there. For example, 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. I let go of a lot of my pride, still got some lingering, I can tell you that much. I stuck to a lot of things on there. I got my car, I got, a lot of things. So it was really cool. It really worked. However, one thing I will say is that I did not actually post the vision board up on my wall because I just kept forgetting. So it was under my bed. So I never looked at it. I know that sounds weird. I never, ever looked at it. Maybe when I was vacuuming under my bed, I'd take it out, put it on my bed, look at it, vacuum, and then put it back like every now and then. But this time, the vision board's going up on my wall. Today, I'm gonna share with you my vision board list. Gonna talk about how to make one and gonna talk about the importance of making one. I got some stuff printed off at Staples today, so I have to cut it. So I'm pretty much gonna be talking about it while cutting because, why not? Before I get into that, I wanna introduce the whole topic of it. And I also wanna give you like the process on how to do it. So we have our London Fog latte here. I made this latte and I'm gonna make a video on how to make these because it's so bomb. Vision board 101. So the first thing you wanna do, this is what I did, is make a list. So you wanna make a list of all the things you want on your vision board. How did I make my list? First of all, inspiration is one of the most important things for me. I like to gain inspiration from other people that I look up to, or even inspiration from other people's vision boards on Pinterest, Tumblr, Google. So my recommendation is to go on Pinterest and look up vision boards and then start stealing ideas from other people's vision boards. Like if there's 20 vision boards, maybe you can get one idea from each one. That could be enough inspiration for you. For me, I already knew like a core 15 things that I wanted on it, and then like the rest is pretty much things I stole from other people's vision boards. I'm like, that's a good one, I want that. I did that. I'm gonna read you my vision board list. I like to put it as a list first because what I did is I created my list of things that I'm going to achieve, and I decided to do it in a way that I would give myself like a timeline. However, it's not set in stone. If it takes me longer, then that's totally fine. But these are 26 things I want to do before 26. 26 things I want to do, 26 things I want to accomplish, 26 things I want to become. So it's just like a whole bunch of different things in there. I don't know how to say it. So these are all things I want to accomplish before 26, and I'm turning 25 in February, so I have about a year and 2 months to accomplish all these things. These are in no particular order. These are just things that I came up with. So I do want to say that I'm going to talk about these things in the video, and I'm going to give you a lot of tips on vision boards, a lot of guidance and stuff like that through the video. But right now I'm just going to read you my list, okay? And we'll go over it later. I want to go to New York. I want a white Mercedes-Benz. I want... This one I can't share for legal reasons, but just know I want it. I want to go to LA. I want a happy and healthy relationship. I want to hit 500,000 subscribers on one channel and 100,000 on this channel. I want to practice and implement the 4 agreements in my life daily. I want to go to Hawaii. Quotes, that's just written there because there's a whole bunch of quotes I want to put on to remind me of certain things. I want to do photo shoots and be on set for things. I don't know for what, but for something. This one's blanked out for legal reasons as well, but it's something I want to accomplish. I want to give back. I want to own a property. I want to have a certain amount of money saved up. I want to go to Mexico. I won't be sharing this one either. Then I just have some quotes that I want to do and some things I want to practice. So for example, I want to continue to perfect my Spanish again. I grew up speaking Spanish and I do speak fluent Spanish, but I find myself losing some of the language. So I want to practice Duolingo. I want to do some e-learning courses online for business and entrepreneurship and stuff. I want to get a new MacBook set up. I want to get a luxury condo or move into one, and I want to get a kitten, and I want to get into Forex. So my friend gave me tips on vision boards, and she told me to put affirmative words on the vision board, and she sent me like a picture of hers. So I stole some of her words, and then I came up with my own, and these are the words I'm gonna have kind of scattered across the vision board. So what I did next is I took the list and I found images that went well with all of those things, as well as I wrote down the words and I printed off the affirmative words. So yeah, I tried to get as specific as possible. So I have like this. I have a couple pages. You guys are gonna see it when it's all done. But yeah, I have a few pages here. I probably should have cut these at Staples because they have the slicer. But we're here now. So right now I'm cutting my white Benz. So my number one tip for a vision board is to be specific. Like, it doesn't hurt to be specific, because I know what kind of car I want, you know what I mean? Like, if you know, you specify exactly what you want. You're putting your order into the universe. Like, you are legitimately writing down your order like you're at a restaurant and asking the universe to serve it to you. If you read The Secret, you know. So if you don't have an idea as to what you want, that's okay. Like, for example, so on my first vision board, I knew I wanted a car. I didn't know anything about cars, so I just put a random one, but I knew I wanted a car. So I just put a car. But now that I know what car I want next, I put the car that I want. Specifically, I want a white Benz 2-door with red leather interior. And that's what I put. I don't know if you can see the interior on here, but that's what came up when I Googled it. So I knew what I wanted, so I put it on. So if you know, be specific. You want to go to Mexico, okay. What resort do you want to stay in? I want to stay at the Viceroy Los Cabos. So what do? I put that on my vision board, a picture of the Viceroy Resort. You want to be specific. Okay, I want to go to California. What's something I really want to see in California? Venice Beach. You get the point. So that's my number one tip with making a vision board. Another tip I have, this might not sound like that crazy, but be in a good mood when you're making it. I found that while I was looking up all these pictures and writing down my list, I was getting so excited as if I already had these things. I think it's really important to be in a positive mindset, and I understand that sometimes people make these vision boards because they're not in a good place. But if you can put yourself in a good mood, listen to some good music, get yourself a little London fog latte, and make a vision board when you're in a really good mood, because it really helps, because you're kind of like emitting positive energy into the universe while you're creating it. And I think that's really important. Like, I'm in a really good mood right now. I wasn't earlier, now I am, and I'm looking at these things like, I can't wait to have these things accomplished. Like, I'm so excited because I have so much faith in these things. Like, they're so possible. You don't want limitations. My friend was asking me like, what's reasonable? And I was like, bitch, nothing's reasonable. Like, sorry, not nothing's reasonable. Anything's reasonable. There's no such thing really as reasonable when you're making this. The sky's the limit. Do you think I know how I'm going to go to Mexico, Hawaii, New York, and LA in 1 year? I don't know how I'm gonna make it happen, but I just know I'm gonna make it happen. And I have faith. I have a lot of faith. Just make sure that you are activity into this as much as you can. Before I even get into more tips, I want to talk about the importance of a vision board and like why we do it, why we create them. So the main reason why I think it's important is because you're visualizing the things that you want. Creating physical property. You're materializing it. You know what I mean? Like, when I want things, I usually write them down. But this is like a whole new level. Like, you're putting pictures, you're imagining it, you're feeling it. You know what I mean? Like, these are such important things. When you put a vision board, especially somewhere that you're gonna see it every day, that means you're thinking about these things every single day. Even if your subconscious is registering it and you don't even realize, you're still thinking about it every single day. That's the energy that you're putting out. And the universe is all working around energy. And when you put these things into the universe, they're gonna happen. They're going to happen. Let me tell you a little story, okay? This is like really, really crazy. So I talk about the law of attraction a lot. I haven't done it in a while on my channel, but I'm gonna bring that back. So pretty much, I have a car and it's a Nissan Altima. I didn't used to have a car. I did not used to have a car a few years ago. And I used to use my parents' car. My parents had a Nissan Murano, and it was like this little key fob that you use, but it's like a, you know, a keyless entry, push to start car, right? So I do this thing, which is something that's very common with people who practice the law of attraction, which is I like to pretend that I'm already in the situation. So for example, before I got approved for this apartment, I was so scared I wasn't gonna get approved, so I started really making it feel like I did. So when I came to check out the apartment, I'd walk around and be like, oh my God, like this is where I'm gonna put my bed, this is where I'm gonna put this. Like, I was imagining how it's gonna feel when I walked in. I would be like, wow, like I can't believe this is my place, even though like your girl wasn't even approved yet. When I would drive around the area, when I was like applying to this apartment, I would be like, oh, that's a nail salon that I'm gonna be going to. Like, this is the route I'm gonna drive every day. Like, this is the gas station I'm gonna be at. Like, I would feel like I'm already living in the area. So I did the same thing with my parents' car. I wanted a car so bad but I wasn't making the best money at the time, so I didn't know how I was gonna figure it out because I didn't want to finance it. I wanted a car so bad. I used to hold their key fob and like pretend it was mine, and like I'd walk to their car and get so excited as if it was my car. So I'd be like, yay, like, oh my God, I love my car. Like I'd get to the car and I'd pretend the steering wheel was mine. Like I just feel it, I'd imagine it as if it was my car. Like I'm not even joking, guys. I used to always look at the fob and like imagine that they were my keys, and I'd be walking around like with my keys to my car, and then I'd go to the freaking car and I would just feel it. Like I'd get that energy put out, like this is my car. So I go car shopping and all that, and I'm thinking about Mazda 3s, I'm thinking about Honda Civics, I'm thinking about Kias, I'm thinking about Chevys. Like I'm thinking about the most random cars that everyone's saying is good on gas, blah blah blah. So I'm like, okay, cool, like cool. So I randomly see this listing for a car. It was the perfect thing for me. I loved it, blah blah blah, right? I get the car, amazing price, cheaper than any other person would ever find this car for. Like I got so lucky, man. Even though it's an old car, it's a really good one. I drive a Nissan Altima. So it wasn't until like maybe a couple weeks into getting my car that I was like doing that thing where I was like, yay, it's my car, except this time it was real. Like I was excited because I'm like, wow, like thank you universe, like I really got my car. Like I was so happy. You guys have no idea. Like I still get happy. I walk up to my car and I tell it thank you, I love you. I'm so weird. So yeah, so pretty much it wasn't until like maybe like a couple weeks in that I was like looking at my car like, oh my God. And then like I looked at my keys and I was like, oh my God, these are my keys. And I was like, hold on a second. The keys to my car are the exact same as the keys to my parents' car. They're like Nissan keys, right? But it's like a specific wireless entry Nissan fob. Like a lot of Nissans don't have this key. A lot do, but a lot don't. I wasn't even looking at Nissans. It was literally like the only car that I actually went to test out because it was the perfect car. I saw the listing out of nowhere and I was like, mine. I literally put the deposit that day. And I wasn't expecting to get a Nissan. It wasn't even on my radar. But I realized like, wow, this is the same key that I used to look at and be like, oh my God, like this is my car, but it was my parents' car. But me and my parents have the exact same key. Like we mixed them up because they look the same. That's when I realized like, fuck, like I really visualized it to the point that the universe literally gave me the key. Like they gave me the same key because I was imagining it so much. And I was like, whoa, that is so weird. Like that's so weird. I asked for it and it gave me exactly what I wanted. You know what I mean? That's what I found so crazy. And it took me a while to realize, like longer than I thought it would have. I don't know, it wasn't that long, but it's just so weird that the same thing I used to hold and imagine was mine is the exact same thing that is now mine. So what I'm saying is you go steal someone's Mercedes-Benz keys and hold on to it and pretend it's yours for a couple months. No, I'm kidding. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like the power of visualization is honestly crazy. That's why I really truly believe that vision boards work. And I have this thing where I really just imagine it. I imagine it, I dream about it at night, I think about it, and it becomes mine every time. And it's crazy. It's just really insane because you don't realize that things become yours when they do. And then you kind of look back like, wow, this is exactly what I prayed for. This is exactly what I hoped for. And I think that's so beautiful. It's crazy. It's really just, wow. But you also have to make sure to remain grateful. Like you can't just be hoping for things and then you get them and you achieve them and then you're like, you know, you forget to really enjoy it, and be grateful. I think that's important as well. I know there's like a mini little story time, but I truly think that vision boards work. And I'm so excited because the things on my vision board, I feel like are just so, like such huge accomplishments that I can't wait to figure out how I'm gonna accomplish them. Like it's really exciting to know that like these things are all gonna happen, you know? Like they're all gonna happen. And it's pretty wild. How do you use a vision board, you might be wondering? Well, there's no how do you use it. It's really how you want to use it. I'll tell you how I use it and how I suggest you might use it, but you can use it however your little heart desires. How I use my vision board, well, how I will be using mine since I didn't use the last one enough. I'm gonna put it on my wall in my bedroom so that I can see it every single day, whether I like it or not. I'm going to look at it every morning. And part of my meditation routine, part of my daily routine is going to be to look at every single thing on it and imagine it's mine already. So feel the excitement of it. Like, I like to really put energy into it. Like, I don't just sit there and just think, oh, like, that would be great. Like, I sit there and think like, damn, like, oh my God, like, I'm gonna fucking do this. And I can't wait to go to Cancun. I should start buying swimsuits. I'll start looking at swimsuits online. Like, to really imagine it's mine already. Like, that's what I mean. Like, plan for it, envision it, make it a reality in your mind until it becomes a reality in real life. Look at it every single day. If you don't have the time to, like, you know, do what I'm saying, because mind you, I work from home, so I'm home all day. So if I don't have 5 minutes to look at my wall and put energy into it, then that's ridiculous. But a lot of people, you know, they wake up and they gotta get ready for work and all that stuff, which is, you know, makes sense. So just look at it. Just look at it. Just look at it. Maybe spend an extra 30 seconds on one thing a day, one different thing a day. If you have 20 things on it, then maybe for 20 days look at a different picture on it and really just like think about it. Look at it every day. If you have affirmative words on it, like I'm going to, say them out loud. Let it remind you. Just look at it. That's all you gotta do. Let it be there. Also, a tip, take a picture of it. That's another reason why I didn't look at mine, because I did actually have a picture of it on my phone. So take a picture of it, and if you feel down, or if you're in your car waiting for your car to warm up because you live in Canada like me and it's fucking cold, then take a picture of it, put it as your wallpaper, and look at the picture daily. And just think like, how am I gonna achieve this? Like, not in like, how am I gonna achieve this? Look at it and like, okay, how am I gonna make this happen? Because you can't just like expect the universe to hand it to you on a silver platter, right? It's like that quote where it's like, you pray to God for a cake and then God offers you like eggs, flour, sugar, water, oil, and you're still wondering, where's my cake? Like, it comes down to whatever the quote is, but it comes down to that. Like, the universe is gonna hand you the tools, the opportunities, everything, right? You gotta know what to do with it. You gotta be ready for it. I'm not gonna tell you that every time it's gonna be like that. Maybe the universe will just fucking hand it to you. But sometimes you gotta put some work in. You gotta put some work in. It is what it is. Things aren't always handed to you on a silver platter, and that's just that. And it's okay. But I think it's so important to be able to recognize the opportunities and recognize the ingredients to the life you want. So, yeah. Wow, I'm looking at this picture of the Viceroy in Mexico, the resort, and I'm just like so excited to go. I can't wait to go. It's gonna be sick. Like, oh my God, it's so cool. This latte, something else. I outdid myself. So some more tips. Let's think of some more tips. Trying to find like an image of what it is that you want, because it is good to really, really have like a way to visualize it other than just saying like, I want an investment property. There might be some things that are hard to do that for, and that's understandable. But like, I'll show you, for example, for mine, like I want an investment property, but I don't want to write down like investment property. So I put this, because this is gonna make me some money. Yeah, try and find a way to create images of the things you want. Another thing is, if you like to use affirmations, which I do, I know it's a lot to commit to, but they go a long way. Then write your affirmations by your vision board or on your vision board, and say them while you're looking at it. Like, I'm going to accomplish everything on here. I can't wait until these are all mine. These are my reality. Like, you can say things like that out loud while you're looking at your vision board. Like, thank you, universe, or God, one and the same to me, but thank you, universe, for giving me all these things. I'm so grateful that I've attained all these things. I'm so excited to go to this resort. I can't wait to put the down payment on this property. Like, get excited, you know, like get really excited, feel the positive energy, and it's really good. It's gonna go a long way, trust me. I'm gonna write down the affirmations I wanna say daily and put them right next to my mirror. There's this perfect space underneath my mirror that will fit a frame perfectly, or like something like that. So I'm gonna put it right there so that every time I look in the mirror, when I'm bored, I can just go sit there and just say my affirmations. I used to say affirmations daily. Oh my God, they help so much. It's crazy. It is crazy how good affirmations are. This is like a really chill video. This little reminder here says do what you love, because I currently do what I love for a living, which is YouTube and my online businesses and stuff. And I'm just so fucking lucky, and I don't want to ever forget that. So I want to have this here saying do what you love, so I don't forget the position that I'm in. I do what I love for a living, and sometimes like I forget. It's really insane to say that I work from home and I'm self-employed at 24 years old. Like, I feel like sometimes I don't give myself enough credit for it because it's such a blessing. I worked hard though. Like, I worked hard. I work hard. I like this quote here. Genuine relationships depend first on a healthy relationship with ourselves. See, some of these are not so much like affirmations, but they're more so reminders of what I want to implement into my daily life. You know what I mean? Like, for example, here I have the 4 agreements. So like, be impeccable with your word, don't take anything personally, don't make assumptions, and always do your best. If you have not read the book, The 4 Agreements, then you gotta read it. It is so amazing. Is it the most interesting read? No, but it's just so helpful that you don't even need it to be entertaining. It's just like knowledge, it's wisdom, and it's beautiful. I love that book. So highly recommend it. I have that there because I want to implement that into my life again, because I was at one point and then I just fucking fell off. And that's okay. You're gonna have good days and bad days, right? That's the whole point of it being a journey. It's all a process. It's not gonna happen overnight. You're not gonna be fucking in love with yourself in one night and, you know, I don't know how to explain it. Like, you could be, but for me, it's gonna take some more inner work than just a couple affirmations for a week. I need to really commit and really understand myself and really want to do this for myself. And I know I'll be good. I'm done cutting. Yay, I'm so excited. This is my pile of stuff for my vision board. Now, my hair is such a mess, oh my god. Now that we've talked about the vision board and we've talked about the importance of it, why you need one, how to use one, how to make one, now we're gonna make our vision board, but we're gonna do a part 2. Because I do want to continue this series on this channel. I had it on my other channel, but I want to bring it here, so yeah. That's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I found it very, very peaceful and calming. I really enjoyed this video myself. I really enjoyed this tea, and I can't wait to make this vision board. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you in the next video. London Fog tea latte recipe coming soon, and love you guys. Peace out, homies.